kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Owls offense will have the football first. And, Jesse, they've got a quarterback that, if he can get into a rhythm, can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort, because then he can really be at his best.
They'll run play action. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Owls are in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Dyer. Rushes on him. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wants to go up top on first down. He'll take the deep shot. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the grab on the shuffle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, the ground game. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds us back in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
They'll run the counter. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll go back to the ground. Hard running there. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. And here comes the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Had to throw it before he wanted. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a man. It's Dyer. Fires on the run. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Here comes the offense back onto the field. To the air on 1st down. Bring in the heat. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Trying to set up the screen. Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Trying to pick up a 1st down. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Under fire. Right on target this time. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Scanning the field, it's Dyer. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They'll go to the ground. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Brings up 2nd down.
They go to the draw. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Up 9. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. All right, guys, so Florida Atlantic has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They've got a first down here to open the period. He'll do it himself. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little light here on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. They go to the ground. At the 20, he's got space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. Made a defender miss. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Handoff from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got a touchdown.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Arizona. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Florida Atlantic races to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Dyer. Here's a heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game. They had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Flips it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. Into enemy territory now. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. They'll keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Guys, let's talk about Florida Atlantic. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship, just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Inside the 40. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now this offense is back on the field. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a catch. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. It's complete to the right. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And the third down pass is incomplete. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass. That's caught. It's McGee. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It'll be third and long. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And here comes the punt team. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Right down the middle. It's complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. To the ground with the back. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. What a terrible, terrible shame. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're working that left side. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Makes the grab down the middle. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Just feeds the running back. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's McGee. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The play action fake. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. Looking downfield, it's Dyer. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and more. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Owls will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold on.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. From the gun, looking for a man. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Powers through the defender.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Owls didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Tight end now in motion. Rides the back on the option to give. He'll be hauled down. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, lots